Hi, welcome to my channel. Hope you can hear me. There's been a few audio problems, so I'm going to carry on. It'll be a waste of my time, but if you can hear me, all good. Right, I'm going to tell you where I became a generational gooner. And can I say something first? You don't have to be a generational gooner. You could just support them this season, born into it. You might have a father that doesn't like football and you picked up the bug and you became an Arsenal fan for some reason. So opinions, you don't have to have support. You could come from anywhere. You don't have to have supported Arsenal for a long time. But for me, it was in my blood, and I could have gone two ways. I could have either gone with my mum's side, and that's Chelsea, or my dad's side, which is the Arsenal. And I'm glad, because London is red and always will be red. Right. How I became a generational gooner, in my belief. It was in the 1940s. My dad's cousin first started going. He was about 10 or a little bit younger, and he would have gone to Highbury. And then, because my dad was born in 1942, so around early 50s, my dad would have started going. And actually, for some reason, my dad's cousin, he took me to my first game. I believe I was at my nan and granddad's. I was about 10, and he took me into the North Bank, where he had a season ticket, and he held that season ticket till the day he actually died in COVID. So that's how long it's been in the family. My dad took me when I was about 10, but my first memories, I was in about 2 or 3 in an Arsenal kit. It's on my thumbnail, but I probably could remember that. But my first real memory was when I was 7, and this top here might give it away. It's actually my sister's top, because she was 8 years older than me. I have one of these, but I couldn't find it. My smaller one. I found this top, which it's 92. And I bought this one because I couldn't find this one, which was my first ever top. Right, back to you. So my dad's cousin took me into the North Bank, and I was saying my first memories were to do with this top. And I bet you all can guess I was 7, and it was 1989, 26th of May at Anfield. What a night. My dad let me stay up. I was 7, and all I can remember, it being a nervy night. I probably didn't really know what much was going on. My dad looked nervous. And through the history of Arsenal, I think this was a poignant moment in our history. Some people say the Man City QPR comeback to win the league was big, not as big as Anfield 89. We needed to win by 2 clear goals, and it didn't look likely. It was a cagey first half, but then we went 1-0 up from a free kick headed in by Alan Smudger Smith. And then in stoppage time, oh, what happened? What happened? John Barnes, I bet you just wish you kicked that ball into the row Z of the Kop. But you didn't, and thank you. You tried to take on our defence. Lukic got the ball, threw it to Dixon. Dixon into Smith with a great control, and through ball. Mickey Thomas, Mickey T. It's up for grabs now. Yes! And that was my first witness of a league title. Dramatic style. If you were there, what a game it must have been to be in that away end. But I just was 7-year-old, and watching my dad celebrate was truly amazing. He's not a smoker, but he always had a cigar for when we won the league, and if we did, what seasons, and he still does it. But and it hasn't been spoken for a while, but it was scenes upon scenes. We had flags outside our house, and it was amazing. I couldn't believe what was going on. I'm 7 years old, being chucked about, and absolute carnage. And we won that, as I said, first league title. So can't beat it really at 7 years old. So that was my first real memory, I would say. And yeah, my sisters, I haven't got any children, but my sisters both have, and they're all Gooners. So they carry on the and cousins will carry on the line of Gooners. I've got 3 nephews that support the Arsenal, so we're carrying it on. Right, that's my journey. So from the 40s till now, the present day, we've got Gooners in our family, and let's see if they can get any more. It's quite funny really that one of my stepbrothers is a Palace fan, and his daughter supports Arsenal, because we took him, my dad and myself and my sister took her to the just a game that she thought it was the last game of the season, where we beat Leicester 2-1. Vieira just nicked it. Paul Dickoff scored the first, and we won the league. Fireworks going off, and we had to settle her down and say it isn't like this normally. But yeah, he's a bit pissed off being a Palace fan, and his dad's a big Palace fan. But we nicked her. She chose north rather than south. But as I said, my nephews all support Arsenal. They're his sons as well, and I've got a nephew from my other sister who's 6 years older than me. He's 20. He's just at uni at the moment, and he supports the Arsenal. I've got my brother also. His kids support the Arsenal. So they're a little bit older, and they're big Arsenal fans. Actually, one's a Chelsea fan. Glory hunter in it, because he's born around the time that Chelsea 2004 Chelsea were born. But anyway, it's all good. It's all a bit of fun. But the main people support the Arsenal, and I'm glad of that. Right, I shouldn't really say that, main people. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep this sweet. So you've got the reason why I'm a gooner, born into it, love it. Right, I'm going to do a quick preview after a little sip of Arsenal's coming up game against West Ham. Right, at the Emirates. Oh, one thing you'll see. Oh, there. The Emirates Stadium. I love the Emirates Stadium, but there's nothing that beats Highbury. And you will notice I had in that corner can't point to it. There I had a Highbury picture, and just as today gonna start recording, what happens, it falls down and breaks, so I'm gonna have to get a new frame for this bad boy. So yeah, gonna have to sort that out sometime, but hopefully it'll be up in that corner right there. Gently put this down. Right, back to where I was. West Ham preview. West Ham, the news has come out today that Paqueta is injured, and they've got a few more injuries. I know that Antonio and a few others are long term, so they go along. So we've had enough injuries, so and a few shocking ones. I personally thought we should have bought a covering right midfielder at the beginning of the season, but Arteta knows better with the wonder kid that's coming on the scene. He's been on the scene since 12 in the youth team. I think he joined at 8, like Saka did, but and he's been playing up ages, and he's don't want to put too much pressure on this lad's head, but he's going to be a superstar in my opinion. And Saka and him are going to have to work out who plays on the right, or one plays on the left, one plays just the inside, like they both can, and they both got the ability. But I'm going to go through. We're a bit short for players, so I'm just going to go through the lineup. Right, my editing skills at the moment aren't up to much, so I'm going to have to try and practice. But I'll go back to the old school. I've got a pen and paper here, a little pad. What I've put my team on. You can see that in a bit when I say it. Right. Raya in goal. Superb. There was questions asked, weren't there? But I thought Mikel Arteta was right with the decision he made. A lot of fans were like, oh, Ramsdale. But Raya come in on loan to start with. Then we bought him in. Raya in goal. Timber. William Saliba. Gabriel. And Miles Lewis-Skelly. I was a bit torn because he's played quite a lot, but he's such a quality player that he has to. I thought Calafiori might, because he came on and looked sharp, but I think it'll be Miles Lewis-Skelly. We haven't got much. I think the midfield pretty much picks itself when all fit. Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, and Declan Rice. Ethan Wananeri on the right. I've mentioned this boy. He's just a superstar, and I think he can play anywhere in the attacking front three. But I think he'd be used more in the future in the right side, or maybe Odegaard's position, and Odegaard can move left. But we'll see. I think Rice is a good box-to-box player, but as a holder, if Partey leaves in the summer, I hope they give him a contract extension. But it looks like talks of hopefully Zubimendi coming in, but that's for another day, another chat. And then Mourinho in the centre forward position. Who would have thought that? Scored 2. He can't be dropped. And Trossard on the left. I thought Trossard should have played on the left against Leicester, and Sterling through the middle. But he played Trossard through the middle. I think Trossard drops too deep, and it's good to have a main target, and I think that's how Mourinho will be used. He's good in the air. He showed that in the when playing for Spain. He scores a few headers. He had the most winning duels for when he was playing in the Liga. So I think that's a reason why he can play. He can head it like he did. Brilliant goal. The first goal, the movement was superb. And then he hold it up, bring others into play. And that big man sort of, I don't want to sound old fashioned, but a target man in there. That's why unpopular maybe, but I don't mind Havertz up there, because he does, from a forwards point of view, the work that others might not see. So that's my front three: Ethan, Mikel Merino, and Leandro Trossard. Right, what do I think the score's going to be? I don't think it's going to be a massive score. I'm predicting 2-0. Get the 3 points and put the pressure back on the Liverpool, who are at the top, and try our hardest to hunt them down. Also, we're in the Champions League draw. We've been drawn against, in the round of 16, PSV. I do believe the first leg is at their place, and that was quite a their fans were quite loud, and I'm sure it was PSV that had the big old fans singing away like an hour or 2 hours before the game, and it was like a hostile atmosphere. But to be fair, Feyenoord or PSV, if that's who you're going to get, I'm happy with that. And then it looks like we're going to get, if we get past this round, I'm not looking ahead, but both the Madrid teams have been drawn against each other, and that's who we would get in the quarters. I think we had Real Madrid in the quarters, and it's funny that Barcelona on the other side are looks like they get all the way to the final, so it could be a repeat of nah, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Of the 2005, if we can get a vengeance, but I'm not going there. Because, no, I'm not doing it. So, come on, you Gunners, and Let's hope for 3 points against the Hammers. Come on, Arsenal!